Hi everyone. Today we'll talk about how to communicate in a way in which the listener wants you to communicate to them. And there's lots of things that assess personality and personality traits. Myers-Briggs comes to mind, disc profiling. However, what it really boils down to is the way in which you interpret how that other person wants to be talked to. So we can easily create a plot, and the plot, if we call it up, will have emotion and dominance. So if we look at emotion and draw it horizontal here, you see people with less emotion on this side and more emotion on this side, and dominance, more dominant on top, less dominant on the bottom. So everyone that you meet and try to communicate to will be part of one or more of these quadrants. And really it depends on where you find them is how we communicate to them. So first of all, let's look at person who is more dominant and less emotional. So they fit in this quadrant. Sometimes they're referred to as dominant, obviously. You would speak to them directly and decisively. They're problem solvers, risk takers, and self-starters. Keep in mind that they have a very high ego. So there's usually only one way to get to point A to point B, and that is just a straight line. Now, if we look at also for these dominant ones, you'll also find them. They're the ones that actually are leading the group at all times. So if you look at a group of people talking, they're the ones actually leaning in and actually taking over the conversation. The next one is a person who is more dominant and more emotional. And they're called influencing people. And we would speak enthusiastically and optimistic about them. They are trusting, persuasive, talkative, and impulsive. Keep in mind they want to be entertained. So when you ask them how to get from point A to point B, they will ask who else is going, and they want to have a good time. They want to know all about it. They want to really enjoy people. So the next group that we'll talk about is less dominant and more emotional. And these are the steady people. They're usually very predictable. They're good listeners, team players, steady, friendly, and keep in mind that they are reliable, dependable, patient, and good at conflict resolution. And when asked how to get to point A and point B, they will ask what's the plan. And they are good team members, they'll go along with it. So they're true, steady, true blue. The final one is the less emotional, less dominant, and we call these corrected. So you speak very accurately and precisely to these people. They're very conscientious, they're careful, analytical, and systematic. Keep in mind that they want to know everything about the issue before making a decision. So when you ask them to get from point A to point B, they always need more information before they come into a decision. Sometimes you have to really force that whole issue of making a decision. Now, it's not really, the idea of this is to label individuals. It's how you interpret what that individual is and talk to them in the same manner. So you can be understood and they can understand you, and that really opens up the communication avenue. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.